Welcome to another day of English pronunciation course to improve your accent and pronunciation so that you can speak clearly, correctly, and confidently. I want to remind you let's start this all over again. Welcome to another day of English pronunciation course to improve your accent and pronunciation so that you can speak confidently, correctly, and clearly. I want to remind you to practice 10 to 15 minutes every day to make permanent changes so that you can communicate better. We'll be working on two sounds that are represented by the letter E and A. The best way to illustrate these sounds is for me to show you and for you to listen to them. So first, I'm going to say the words with the sounds and explain. So do not repeat it this time. Simply listen with your ear and look at my mouth of how I say the words. And I'll let you know when to repeat. And until then, only look and listen. Okay, listen. Din, dense, end, fed, gel. Okay, so you notice how my mouth was kind of tight here. Okay, now the next set, my mouth will drop and my tongue will relax. Dan, dance, and, bad, gal. Now we'll say them side by side, okay? I'll say them, you listen, okay? Don't repeat just yet. Din, dan, dense, dance, end, and, fed, fad, gel, gal. Okay, now it's your turn to practice. Let me share my screen with you. Okay, now I want you to repeat after me. So listen first and then repeat, imitate how I say it. We'll say the left column. We'll say the first column, and then we'll say the second column. And then, I'm sorry. Let's start again. We'll say one column, and then we'll say the next column, and then we'll go back and forth, okay? Okay, first column. Remember that your mouth is like this, kind of a little tight, not too much tight, but okay. Den, dense, end. Oops, again, I did it again. Let's start that all over again. So now I want you to listen and repeat. We'll say the first column, then the second column, and then we'll say both columns together going back and forth, okay? First column, repeat after me. Den, you repeat. Den, dense, dense, end, end, fed, fed, gel, gel. Okay, now we'll do the second column. I want you to listen and repeat after me. Dan. You repeat. Dan. Dance. Dance. And fad, fad, gal, gal. Okay, now we'll go side to side, okay? Dan, Dan. You try. Again, din, Dan. Now you notice the first one, din, the second one, Dan. Din, Dan. Again, next word, dense, dance. Dense, dance. End, and. End, and. Fed, fad. Fed, fad. And the last word, gel, gal. Gel, gal. Okay, now let's move on and we will try some of these words in sentences. Remember, I'll say the sentence first and you just look and listen. And then afterwards, I want you to repeat and imitate my sound. Let's begin. The den belonged to Dan before we moved in. You try. Again, the den belonged to Dan before we moved in. Okay, our second sentence, the forest is so dense, it's tough to dance through. You try. The forest is so dense, it's tough to dance through. Number 3, the movie has come to an end and we laughed. Again, the movie has come to an end and we laughed. You try. Number 4, the gel made her look like the gal in the movies. You try. Again, the gel made her look like the gal in the movies. Number 5, she fed on the latest fad. Again, she fed on the latest fad. Well, that is our lesson for today. Once again, I encourage you to practice 10 to 15 minutes each and every day so that you can make permanent changes. Also, if there are any words that you don't know in our lesson, be sure to look them up so that you can build up your English vocabulary as well. Have a fantastic day. Bye for now.